Hello and welcome back to the Out of Spec podcast. Let's talk about something fun. And it has to do with ice cream and Rivians. Who doesn't love those two things? We have Rivian makes Ben and Jerry's ice cream dreams come true. Rivian has built a Rivian commercial van for Ben and Jerry's that would help them serve ice cream out of it. So an electric ice cream truck. So an EV truck, not an ice truck. Get it? Because ice, internal. Anyway, Rivian, Ben, and Jerry's. Well, we have here what's better than companies who want to preserve the world for future generations unveiling the ice cream truck of the future, rolling out two electric scoop trucks, a sweet collaboration between Ben and Jerry's, Vermont-based ice cream maker, and Rivian, the all-electric automaker. Built on the Rivian commercial van, the new Ben and Jerry's scoop trucks will modernize everything people love about an ice cream truck. Fans will have a chance to check out the new scoop trucks when one debuts at South by Southwest in Austin, Texas this week, which would indicate that we could likely see multiple of these vans out here on the road for Ben and Jerry's. We'll get into that in a second. Following South by Southwest, where Rivian is the main sponsor of this event, the Ben & Jerry's scoop trucks will be hitting the road, bringing good eats and good vibes to the Rivian community across the country, and will pop up at events in Ben & Jerry's home state of Vermont. Rivian's recent announcement launching the Rivian commercial van to businesses across the U.S. has helped make these scoop trucks possible, offering unique solutions to fleet customers looking to transition off fossil fuels and into modern electric commercial solutions. Part of Ben & Jerry's mission is to use its operations to have a positive impact on its community and the planet. This alliance will help serve up Smile and bring a Ben & Jerry's experience to fans with outstanding reliability and performance, with the added benefit of a reduced environmental footprint. Quoted here, collaborating with Ben & Jerry's, this is Brian Gase, the Senior Director of Prototype and Development at Rivian. I've met him, super cool guy. Collaborating with Ben & Jerry's team to build the next generation of electric scoop trucks has been an incredible experience. It's one of those projects that just makes the team smile. We can't wait for people to stop by for some ice cream and see it in action for the first time during South by Southwest. Working with Rivian, an industry leader that is committed to sustainability, is an ice cream dream come true. Today, Rivian helped Ben & Jerry's reduce our reliance on fossil fuels in a small way while making things a little bit cooler, which, as an ice cream company, is extremely difficult to do. With an impressive range quoted of 161 miles, the Rivian commercial vans will allow for more events, more catering gigs, and dishing out more ice cream than ever to Ben & Jerry's and Rivian Collective fans. Which is also worth mentioning, right? Ben & Jerry's does catering for events, like weddings, and just large events. They'd likely be able to bring out one of these vans and do that. Now, I think something that is I guess worth outlining here, right? This is based on Rivian's commercial van, something that they currently use for other companies, particularly Amazon, which already has more than 20,000 on the road. Now, we've all been to a food truck, right? And they have these loud generators. There's a smell. It's loud. It's just all around inconvenient. Versus this, you have a freezer holding the ice cream. You don't need a generator. It has a giant 100 kilowatt hour LFP battery underneath that can help, it be a source of energy. It's a gigantic battery underneath the vehicle. And so you have the opportunity to use that for like these food truck fleet solutions. And it's just awesome. And we're seeing here, right, that has the fitment of these doors here. This door, or like this, what do you call this? This window, food truck window, right? Where people can order and pick up their ice cream. Of course, the back here, which I thought was interesting, is this door. Rivian's current commercial vans have a sliding door. Not sliding, but more like a garage door where it rolls up into the van. And so here we're seeing an actual door here, and you'll see it has the Ben & Jerry's livery on it with these unique wheels. So it's literally an EV ice cream truck, which is just amazing to see, right? Personally, I love seeing these fleet solutions. I think fleets should be some of the first sectors that use electrification, right? Fleets are often doing the same routine tasks day in, day out. They often don't need things like DC charging and a lot of luxury features. It's really easy to implement electric vehicles into your existing fleet today. Besides, right, infrastructure for charging, fleet electric vehicles work just as well, if not better, than their internal combustion engine counterparts for fleet conditions, as well as having a totally better cost than what you're going to be seeing with your internal combustion engine, where you have oil changes, you have a transmission, less reliability, there's fuel costs, there's a lot that goes into it versus an electric vehicle, right? Simple. We see it with the Tesla Semi, we see it with Rivian's commercial van, we see it with GM with their Bright Drop van, Mercedes has their e-Sprinter, Ford has the e-Transit, Ram has their own electric van. And it's good to see that because it incentivizes these fleets to buy electric instead of ICE. And once they see in practice that electric vehicles just work way better, it's a win for all. And so you have the Rivian Ben and Jerry's van. As they said here, right, following South by Southwest, Ben and Jerry's scoop trucks will be hitting the road, bringing good eats and good vibes to the Rivian community across the country, and will pop out at events in Ben and Jerry's home state of Vermont. So if you're in the Vermont area and you go to a Ben and Jerry's event, let me know if you guys ever see these vans. I'd love to see those on Twitter. Feel free to @ us there. But yeah, especially if you end up seeing these anywhere at some sort of Rivian event, let me know. This is super, super cool. You see the other side of the van here, Rivian X Ben and Jerry's, and of course, just a full Ben and Jerry's livery. With that, I imagine the vans have some sort of built-in freezer, and so that's what this is here doing, helping freeze the goods rather than just an actual freezer that you plug into the van or something like this. This is just embedded into the vehicle, but exciting. Now, I wonder what something like this would get in terms of range and overall efficiency, right? It'd be going to different events, and driving is going to use up most of that energy, but electric vehicles do great idling, so just sitting there serving people ice cream. I wonder how much energy, right, a freezer would use to, use the battery from the Rivian RCV. But we see people all the time power their homes with electric vehicles, right? Vehicle to home. And they're able to power all of their appliances for days on end. And so I can't imagine that freezer is going to be using so much energy, too much energy to the point where it doesn't really make sense for an electric vehicle, which again further solidifies the point that electric vehicles do make great, right, fleet vehicles. What would also be cool if Rivian sold something like this straight directly, like to fleets, an upfitment of a food truck van. But not only from Rivian, I think from a ton of other companies as well. We're going to start seeing more of these electric fleet vehicles. We already know Rivian has said that they're working with other partners and upfitment companies, so that means we can see a lot more of these Rivian commercial vans. We already have the United States Postal Service using Ford e-Transits. We have Amazon using these Rivian commercial vans. Walmart is using the Bright Drop Zevo van. I've actually seen one in person myself, and other people have told me that they've spotted them out on the road. We have Tesla, the Tesla semi truck. We have Volvo and Mercedes, which also have their electric trucks. And the fleet sector, as I've already said, is just perfect for electrification. And as we see the EV revolution move on, we're going to see a lot more of these electric vans and electric trucks. That's all. I think this is a super cool topic. If you ever find one of these vans out in the wild, feel free to @ us on Twitter, the Out of Spec podcast, or just Out of Spec Studios. It'll be awesome to see what these are like actually in use. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Isaiah. This is the Out of Spec podcast, and I'll see you guys in the next one.